Guys, and welcome back to my channel and Instagram. This review will be about Hulu's original film, The United States versus Billie Holiday. It is directed by Lee Daniels, who is best known for Precious, which is starring the amazing singer Andra Day and Moonlight and Bird Box actor, my boy Trevante. I just love his name, gotta say it. Trevante. There you go. This film is adapted from the 2015 nonfiction book, Chasing the Scream, The First and Last Days of the War on Drugs, written by British journalist Johann Hari, hopefully I'm saying his name right. But the book gives a large overview of the United States government's criminalization of the drug use throughout the 20th century up to today, profiling early public figures of this war, which included jazz singer Billie Holiday. So this film is not just an exploration of the triumphs and tragedies of the famous singer's life. It also shows how Billie Holiday was relentlessly targeted by the U.S. Federal Department of Narcotics to be arrested in jail for sporadic addiction to heroin in the 1940s and 50s. And getting arrested or thrown in jail was the ultimate goal for the federal U.S. government to keep Billie Holiday from publicly singing the infamous song Strange Fruit, which gives an agonized and haunting portrait of lynching. Now, when I was first introduced to Billie Holiday, it was from the 1970s film starring Diana Ross playing Billie Holiday called Lady Sings the Blues. And when I first watched that, it did talk about her drug abuse and how she was raped when she was younger. But it made it seem as though that her husband, her love, Mr. Billy D. Louis McKay, was her savior. So when I watched this version, I really wasn't excited to watch this because I'm like, one, leave the classics alone. I'm like, we already have a film based on her life, which is Lady Sings the Blues. But when I've heard about this film, I'm like, come on now, leave it alone. But then when I was like doing more research and reading Billie Holiday's actual story, and I like watched this film was completely different than Lady Sings the Blues. This film was so heartbreaking. It was so painful to watch because I'm like, her whole life was just painful. There was no happy moments. To me, I didn't think there was no happy moments after watching this film. All the men using her for her wealth and then abusing her physically and mentally. And the relationship with her and Jimmy, it seemed like it could have been good for her, but she was afraid to be around that. She didn't feel like she was a good girl or a good person to deserve that type of love. I'm going to be all over the place because this movie was all over the place to me. But the men that she married or had around her life majority, she felt like that was love for her. Them beating her ass, that was love. Them using her, that was love. Or she found happiness with the drug heroin. And I'm like, this movie was just so sad. That's why I was like, her voice, it's a beautiful voice, but her voice was sadness to me. All I felt was pain in her voice when I listened to her music. But there was some things that I liked about the film. One, Trevante. Two, the cinematography, the wardrobe, the set designs, of course, Billie Holiday's music. Andra Day, hands down, was living and breathing Billie Holiday. Like, I actually saw Billie Holiday in her. I mean, Diana Ross, she played her too, but it wasn't on the level as Andra Day. I might as well just forget Lady Sing the Blues, and this was Andra Day's. I would just say that, how like J-Lo is basically Selena, like we saw her as Selena. I see Andra Day as Billie Holiday. There were some things that I learned about Billie Holiday. For one, I did not know that she was bisexual. Two, I understand why her hair looked so dark in the video Strange Fruit. It's because she was using shoe polisher. And I was like, why are you using shoe polisher? Then my mom had told me, well, the people, when they use drugs, especially heroin, you start to lose your hair starts to thin. So because her hair was thinning, she was using shoe polisher to, like, I guess, not show her scalp because her hair was thin. I did not know that she was a lover of dogs. She loved dogs. She even had a funeral for one of her dogs. I just got a couple notes. I'm trying to see. She loved the color red. Like her lipstick and nail polish, all had to be red. I did not know, like, she had a problem with the hairpins. Like, she stabbed herself with one of the hairpins. And one of her performances, she was actually bleeding from her scalp because she had stuck a pin in her head. Another thing is that when she died with handcuffs on her ankles. I was like, are you serious? They did not want her to sing that song, Strange Fruit. And I wish, like, Lee Daniels delved more into the history behind the song, because I'm now hearing that the song was written by a Jewish man, and the song was, he wrote it for the civil rights movement. But this whole time I thought Billie Holiday wrote the song. But I'm like, it just felt like the film, it was very broad, but I wish they went more into depth with, like, details of why certain things happen in her life because of it. Or, like, I wish they delved more into her childhood, even though Lee Daniels said it's not a biopic film. But in a way, it kind of is, because you're showing the span of 10 years in her life. But I wish he delved more into her past and her childhood, and then related to the government coming after her. So those are just some, like, the pros and cons. Another con, I did not like the nudity. I don't know. Lee Daniels, I have a thing with Lee Daniels, and I really don't like Lee Daniels. Let me just put it out there. I don't like his vibe. I don't like how he treats black women, especially Monique. And, yeah, I just don't like him. So for him to show all this nudity in this film in regards to Billie Holiday, it to me was a bit degrading. That's just my perspective. It's a bit degrading, and I did not want to see Andra Day like that, and I definitely didn't want to see Billie Holiday like that. You guys can, like, take it from my perspective, but I just don't like that, because I just don't like Lee Daniels and what he has done to black women. So for him to have Andra Day do this and be this naked, and she's playing Billie Holiday, I just didn't like it. Overall, would I recommend this film? Yeah, of course, because I love the songs. I just feel really bad for Billie Holiday. She had just had a sad life. And I was like, damn, the whole time I just kept saying, damn. Anyway, for just to end this video was actually with Andra Day. This was my first time ever seeing her perform. I wasn't filming it, but this is my first time ever hearing her sing. And this was about, like, 5 years ago. And ever since I listened to her, I was like, okay, yeah, she has me sold. I love her music. And this video is actually a cover of her. She's doing a cover of Queen, the band Queen. And she's doing a cover of I Want It All. When she did her cover of it, I was freaking sold. So I can't really play the music on here because I'm not about to get my YouTube channel down or my Instagram clocked, whatever. So I would just recommend look up Andra Day, I Want It All on YouTube, and just listen to it. The song is amazing. But would I recommend this movie? Yeah, I would recommend the movie, but it's just that, just like I had to take a couple weeks to see Judas and the Messiah, I had to prepare myself for this film because it's just too depressing. But anyway, thanks for watching this, you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, please repost, bookmark, and like. Bye.